Sandwich Crew. Welcome to Kayla's Eat and Greet.
Hey.
Today, I got Bud with me, well, Rob.
Hi.
I also made some steak sandwiches. It's actually the Gordon Ramsay, like it's kind of trying to be Gordon Ramsay.
This is one of my favorite videos on the internet. If you're interested, just Google like Gordon Ramsay Ultimate Steak Sandwich.
It's from like 6 years ago.
I'll watch the video and just like, it's almost pornography. Like,
I was gonna say it's almost sexual.
looking sandwich ever, and Miranda made it, and it looks insane, and my mouth is just like
I'm ready to
a waterfall
eat this
right
shit.
now. I can't even wait.
Let me show you guys the inside real quick. I did
it looks so good.
Show you in the intro, but
oh, it looks so
pretty
good.
like medium rare to a little rare. But do you want to start with one of?
She made this steak actually like yesterday, right?
Oh,
and we had
the same
just
steak.
The steak, and it was so good. So like we're like put it on
have
a
to make a sandwich out of it.
Do it Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah,
style.
they Gordon Ramsay does this like it's like a tomato relish or jam.
It's
or
like
something.
a tomato mash. It's kind of pico-ish, but
some
it's
of it
not,
on the side. Yeah, it's like cooked pico basically,
totally.
onion and tomato.
And then there's like a mustard mayo.
Then a mustard mayo, like spicy mustard, and you put both of those on there, and I just have them on the side. But yeah,
this looks so good.
Fucking eat.
Let's eat. Let's do it.
I'll take one of the halves too. It's probably easier. All right, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my god, I can't wait. Okay. Oh man.
Yeah.
Like the sweetness from the tomato, but then like the spiciness from the mustard. The steak is really good.
The bread too.
Yeah, it's crispy. Like I was trying to get ciabatta bread. That's what he uses, but they didn't have it, so I got a French loaf. Just slice it up.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's so juicy. So I'm talking a mouthful. Oh, we also have some pasta on the side. I just made a side, huge side
giant bowl
of like little Alfredo, these little curly noodles that are cute. Sorry, I don't have my like elevating thing today. It's just doesn't fit on this table, and we were too hungry to worry about it.
It's like garlic bread almost.
Yeah, but there's no garlic in this meal. I did put salt and pepper on the bread.
Yeah.
And oil, like olive oil.
Delicious though.
Oh, you really like it?
Yeah, like in that video of Gordon Ramsay cooking this thing, he just seasons everything 48 times, and it's like, I don't know. Watch the video. Just do it.
Yeah. I'll link it below.
Oh, you can do that? You can link someone else's video?
Yeah. There's like a little description box, like right underneath my video. I can put anything I want in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I can put links, I can put just...
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. I should try this pasta too. I want to know what this half. And your second one? Nice. I made 4. Yeah. And there's still more steak out there too.
Honestly, like, the mustard mayo is delicious.
You can even dip there. Oh yeah. Way better than just mayo or just mustard.
Man, this is so good.
Oh, I'm glad.
Oh.
Let's check this out. See what this is all about. I just used a canned, or no, not canned, bottled sauce. What are those called?
Jarred.
Jarred. Pre-jarred Alfredo sauce, like basil Alfredo.
I'm getting this sauce all over me. Yeah.
It reminds me of like bow ties that we had back in the day with Mom, like maybe buttered bow ties or something.
Mom was all about the butter bow ties.
Yeah. We'd always have like a side.
Is it all over my face?
Actually, no.
Okay,
It's probably all over mine. You were going to ask the question of the day today too, weren't you? Yeah. Yep. Probably about, I feel like you told me it was like about Gordon Ramsay. I don't even remember.
I'm going to finish this quarter sandwich.
For sure.
Alaska.
I'm not trying to rush you. I'm sorry. This pasta's really good too.
I want to eat some of it.
You should. So we each had a half. You had another one.
Yep.
You can have one more, and then I'll just have. So I'll have one. Okay, because I'm gonna be eating a lot of this pasta. I could also cut more of them in half. Was it easier to eat cut in half than full?
A little. Okay. This one's getting all over me. Or maybe that'd be part of it.
Do that. So how are you guys doing?
Yeah, how's life?
Yeah, it's been a while. Well, I did post a video on Wednesday I'm filming this one first, so I don't know what I'm posting Wednesday, but so I've seen you guys, but missed you while I was out, away, on vacation, basically. Not a vacation for my actual job, but a vacation from YouTube. Oh, much needed. Okay, there's that one. And then this other one I'm gonna cut in half is the double mayo mustard. Sorry if you guys can't see everything, but
I'm
sometimes got a lot of steak.
Yeah.
What? So good.
Sometimes I think I might be a little bit more talkative in this puppy, but I have been really excited for this because this is, like I said, it's one of my favorite videos on the internet. It's one of the things I've always wanted
Finally
to try.
get to try it. Oh, I'm sure his is way better. Are you kidding me?
I mean, it's Gordon Ramsay. Like, that's not even like a.
It's not even a competition. Like.
Yeah, like in all fairness, compared to Gordon Ramsay, you're probably the shittiest, most garbage cook in the whole world.
Oh yeah.
But all of us are because it's Gordon Ramsay.
I use canned pasta sauce, you guys.
But that's fine. We were talking about that the other day too.
Paper towel.
It's gone.
Used all of it. Yeah. Cool.
You got one tiny paper towel for this messy ass.
I got like
lunch.
20 of. No, it's probably
lunch. It's midnight.
It's actually 1:30.
Oh, it's 1
in the morning.
Cool.
Breakfast.
Yeah. So, words. Yeah, we were talking about it the other day because you were talking about Alfredo.
Yeah, go ahead, keep talking.
Oh no, we were watching a video of somebody making like an Alfredo sauce with the chicken, Parmesan Alfredo.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm watching him start to make his own Alfredo. And I'm like, what is the point? It's gonna be the same exact thing, you know?
I think
like
it
I don't have
better.
anything against it, and I understand people doing like homemade stuff. That's great, make stuff from scratch. But like it, if we're really being on it, it tastes the same.
thing.
It tastes the same. So whatever, you know.
I've never had good homemade Alfredo sauce. I can't make it.
Yeah, you can.
I've tried a couple times. It's like too rich. Like I've done it with like heavy whipping cream. Isn't it so good? Let me move closer here. Let me move it up here. I've done it. Oh, go ahead.
Was there extra steak?
Yeah.
You should chop some up and throw it in here.
Oh my god, you're fucking brilliant. Yep. After I'm done with this, I will.
Yeah. Well, we're done with the video. Whatever. Well, that'll just be for us.
Yeah.
After the fact. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the thing. Like when it comes to Gordon Ramsay, like all of us are probably just trash compared to him at cooking because he's like the best at it ever. But it's not just that he's the best at it, right?
Yeah.
It's that he is so unstoppably, unbelievably passionate about it.
Yeah,
he cares about
it
cooking so freaking much, and it's like that's why he goes to those restaurants and tries to save them in the show. Like, let's be honest, out of all like the rich celebrities, I think Gordon Ramsay's the coolest. I'm not even the cooking person in the family, right? But I've had an obsession with Gordon Ramsay like for a long time.
See, I'm more about like Marion Graspy, but she's not as like into it.
Gordon Ramsay has 48 shows, and most of them are about him helping.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Like helping people either get good at cooking or save their restaurant.
Turn the shit around, yeah.
And
I mean, that's pretty cool. And he does the show with his kids, which is really cute.
Yeah.
He
and
seems
all
like
his
a
YouTube
good parent.
videos. Like I don't know where he gets the time. I mean, probably he has to do a ton of cocaine.
Yeah.
Right? Have you ever seen him standing around? He's always just like.
You're always like, okay, he's still doing cocaine.
Standing out, he's like, right, okay,
cocaine.
so, and you're just like, okay, just relax.
He's like jumping up and down. He's like,
making,
all right, guys,
we're making a bologna sandwich. Relax.
He's like jumping off the
But he's
wall.
like, okay, the secret to it. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, so that made me think about this. Like, that's why I love Gordon Ramsay the most. Not because, like, I'm not as much like Miranda. I'm not as obsessed with cooking food, all these things,
But
eating.
you appreciate a very good home cooked meal, though.
Yeah. Oh, yes. But
He does.
more than that, I appreciate somebody who's passionate about something, anything in the world. Somebody that loves a thing.
It makes
and
it more
makes it
interesting
their whole life. It makes
you
them a
to
more
listen
interesting.
to.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So. Yeah.
For example, sorry, I'm gonna wipe my face.
I'm gonna eat while you talk.
Yeah. For example, I've never been a sports person, right? Like I've never really watched, basketball, football, baseball. I mean, baseball I played softball, so like maybe watched it a little bit with my family. I don't know. But like this past year, and in the past I remember too when I lived with you, Bud, my brother Rob, he talks about football. Like, first of all, he knows everything about it. Like he's insanely smart about football, and you're really, really passionate about it. You're always like, like talking about strategy and like how the teams can get better and like how they are, like what they're doing and if they're right or if they're wrong. I don't know, the way you talk about football, it's like you're so passionate about it. It actually made me like it, and I'm following football this year. I joined a fantasy draft because you're like having so much fun with your fantasy football league. It's pretty cool.
To be honest, this is good. I'm chewing.
Who cares? It's a mukbang. I'm always chewing.
To be honest, the reason I think you really started doing fantasy was because I was coming home on Sunday nights and telling you about what happened in my fantasy league.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm like,
I
well, I
was
want
like,
to
oh
get
my
in on
God, I
this.
got 400, 100 yards and a touchdown, and you were like,
I'm like, oh,
that's
that's so
cool.
cool.
We've been watching football the last couple years, and
Yeah.
you're like, I want to have another reason to get in the games. And I was like, that's like,
Yeah, because then you're not just watching the games, like the teams that you like.
Yeah.
You have people on your fantasy football league that are in all the teams, so
Yeah.
every game is important to you.
Yeah. Every game, you're like, oh, Monday Night Football, who's playing the Jaguars and the Titans? You're like, oh, I don't give a
Who cares?
crap. Like Tennessee, but you're like, oh, no, I have the quarterback for the Titans, and I have the Jaguars defense. So it's way more fun.
It's awesome.
I find myself, I feel like I get impassioned about a lot of things. Like, I'll get impassioned about football or poker.
If you
or
care
Elder
about
Scrolls.
something, you care about it
I care
this
about
much.
it a lot. Exactly. You're the same, though. We're similar in that effect. But,
Yeah.
So I think that's something that draws me to a person, too. Like, there's nothing worse than asking somebody, like, oh, what are your interests? And they're like, I don't know, I like to
music.
hang out with friends and... that's it. You're like, okay, you should like things.
Everyone
But when
likes
somebody
that.
I don't even care what it is. Like, if I have a friend that's like, oh, listen to this new graphics card I got. Like, I've listened to some people about some stuff I don't care about, but the way they're passionate about it makes it interesting to me.
Yeah.
Ryan and I have been getting into this other YouTube person called Mr. Ballin, where he has these videos. I'm sure you've told
Yes,
him
I've
about
told
it.
him a lot. Yeah. Mr. Ballin is the
He's
best.
just the best.
So
He just
passionate.
has stories about just crazy stories, and he's the best storyteller ever. But like, he's so passionate about these cool, crazy things,
Yeah.
and a lot of his stories are about like scuba diving and stuff.
Yeah, which like,
And I
the
don't give a
Marines,
shit about scuba
I
diving,
don't-
but
yeah.
I'll listen to it and be like, oh my, because he sells it. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So for me, I thought appropriate
So
question
true.
of the day for the meal, because this meal was inspired by Gordon Ramsay, which inspired, is the inspiration of everything. What is something that you are like aggressively passionate about, so much so that you could talk about it for hours, and not like, oh, I love, like The Walking Dead. You could talk about The Walking Dead for 20 minutes and then you're done, right? But like.
Yeah,
Something
like
that
a
you're
hobby
seriously
or,
like keeps you up at night, like you
just
can't
going over
go
and
to
over,
sleep
yeah.
because you're repeating stuff like in your head. And
Basically,
like,
what's your obsession?
what makes you tick? Like what makes you do? Because that's like life.
Yeah.
That's what life's about. There's family and connections, and then there's just some random thing that you decide to obsess
That
about.
you love.
For me
Yeah.
specifically, I have to have an obsession,
Yeah.
and I get how.
Or you're just
Gordon
not
Ramsay-
okay.
Yeah, I'm just not okay.
You
Yeah.
get bored really easily.
Oh, yeah.
Because ADHD and
I'll
stuff.
just pick
right?
something. I'll pick
Yeah.
something random. One time I got obsessed with snooker, and I watched every snooker
Oh,
video
yeah.
that's ever
Do you guys know
happened.
what snooker is? It's like
It's pool,
but
longer
Yeah,
and
way
farther
harder.
away, and more British, and it's really really interesting. And I know
Crazy
everything
hard.
about it, and I know the best players, and I know
It's so
I like
weird.
it. Never played it once in my life. Never
Yeah.
seen a snooker table in my life. And I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even know what it looks like. I do know what it looks like, so I've seen a little bit. But like that's the and the chess, there was a thing for me
Yeah.
for a while. Like
Oh, yeah.
I get really upset, especially over the pandemic, man.
Oh, yeah.
I was falling apart.
I
Without
needed obsessions,
TikTok,
too.
I would have lost my mind. Because that's a good thing to just.
Well,
keep your
TikTok can
attention.
help you find obsessions
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Like you see something on TikTok, and you're like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just only look for those things,
Yeah.
or like I'm gonna do that.
But I think everybody should have something that they're really passionate, really obsessed
Mm-hmm.
with, that really they can
And
really go on and on for
The other
hours.
thing too is like, you can have something you're really passionate about, and that could change. Like,
Yeah.
like I haven't always had
Totally.
something I was super passionate about, but like, I jump from thing to thing. Like sometimes it's poker, sometimes it's music. Like playing the trombone. Sometimes it's singing, like at church with my friend who works there, and sometimes it's whatever video game I'm into. You know what I mean? And I like that it changes. Like I know I was talking like a few weeks back about how my job is just like monotone, consistent. Like I don't do any. There's no variety. So I guess that's maybe why I need variety in my life. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I get sick of things like not super quickly, but if I ever do get sick of something, I just like my brother. I need to like
Yep.
find something new like to be obsessed with.
Alright.
Like yeah. So are you guys even like that, or do you guys like? Are you
Yeah.
content just kind of like going with the flow and not really have anything like that you're super passionate about? Are you still searching for the thing that you're passionate about? Like young people out there, I know a lot of people are like, oh,
Yeah.
what should I go to college for? Like, what should I study? Like,
Yeah. Well, even like I could see not being into it and being like, oh, I just have a lot of diverse interests. I like a bunch of different things. You know what I mean? It's like I never get too caught up. I get
Yeah.
that, but to me, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand how you could really
crazy.
like something and not have it totally consume your life. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's probably more healthy.
Probably.
You guys are probably more healthy if you have that.
Dude, remember I was making I played Dungeons and Dragons for the first time ever. And I was like,
God, yeah.
I'm going to invent my own form of Dungeons and Dragons and play in the Elder
He
Scrolls
created.
universe. I did it.
You
It
wrote
was,
long ass like things in your phone notes.
Yeah, I had notes. I had my computer was all locked up. I had characters created. I created an entire storyline, and eventually you peter out, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to tell you guys what my idea was. But like, I mean, that's hard. That takes like a year to do. I can't keep my focus on stuff for that long, you know.
Focus is tough. That's
another impressive thing about Gordon Ramsay. He's been kept his focus
doing
on
this
one
for
thing
years.
for years. Yeah.
He must really, really love
Yeah,
it. That's
he
the thing.
must.
If you
Yeah.
have a passion that you stick with your whole life,
Yeah.
like my mom in teaching,
Uh-huh.
she loved to teach.
Yeah.
And she was always a teacher.
No
like,
matter
her
how
whole
much it
fucking
kicked
life.
her ass, you know.
Yeah. It sucked sometimes.
No matter how shitty the
my dad made her quit
administration was,
sometimes. Yeah. Oh man, remember Gibson?
Yeah, man.
She used to work at the school called Gibson. Like it was a special.
Kids were.
Well, I don't think it was special needs. I think it was like
It was
gifted.
a private.
It was
school.
gifted.
It was a private
students,
school.
Yeah.
They paid to go there. That's all.
Yeah. And it was just
They
like
weren't
the
actually
worst,
gifted.
and like the administration didn't know what they were doing, and she still kept fucking going, and she was still a teacher, and she found a better job, and she loved it. She would come home every single day when I was hanging out with her, and she would like complain to me about like the stupid kids that did some stupid thing, but then she would still have a smile on her face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then she would still be like, "Well, this awesome thing happened. Like this kid, this kid who went to college last year came back and visited me and said they're studying Spanish and da da da."
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Or she would just tell a
can't be
story
like
about
that.
how she totally like talked shit to one of the kids and just be like, "Oh, Eduardo came up to me," and I was like, "Fuck you, Eduardo."
She's so cool.
She was the best. Mom. I think that's probably where I got it from.
Yeah.
From Mom, because she had
the longevity.
Also, she had it with like she was obsessive. She had the cross stitching.
She did. She would do cross stitching
hours on a night. You know.
Yeah, what else did she do?
I
feel like she had other things like that.
Oh my god.
I
don't even think I ever
like
noticed
Mom.
that Mom was kind of an obsessive person before.
You know what? It's weird. Like right before, like she was like, she
You're
was
not
like
eating this,
passing.
right? This
No,
is
go
for
ahead.
me.
Yeah. So like before she died, like I don't know what was happening, but she was like worrying, kind of being like paranoid and stuff. And I was like, I talked to her. I was like, I've never noticed. I'm like, have you always been this way? Like, we like constantly worry about stuff. And she's like, oh yeah, all the time. I just keep it inside. And I guess it was just coming out more because she was like, getting weaker and passing away. I'm like, damn, dude, you what? Just fucking talk to us about it. But you never know what's going on in someone's mind. Like,
Yeah.
they could seem like the strongest person in the entire world, and they have obsessive or paranoid thoughts. They do. It's crazy.
Yep.
But yeah, it's funny like what you learn about your parents after like you grow up, and it's like I've known you my whole life, but I didn't know
you're
that.
just a lady now. Let's
Yeah,
talk
you're
like
a
people.
person. You're my friend.
Yeah. But that is also one of the coolest things about family, how you can just become friends with your family.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Like us.
We don't have to like each other. Like I could kick him out when I wrong. No, you could kick
I
me out.
figured out.
Honestly,
Well, it is in her name, I think. So
it's in
legally.
both of our names.
Well, there you go. You can't kick me out. You're so me. Oh.
I could just move out. I never would.
So yeah, this was delicious. By the way.
Yeah, it was really good. I've eaten too much of this, I
Yeah, I
think.
really love pasta.
Because I love pasta, so I'll fill up on pasta, and then I'll like, oh man, the steak,
Do you want to know what my favorite
Ugh.
part of this was?
the bread.
Yes, it was so goddamn
Wow.
good.
When I was like toasting that bread, I literally kept coming out here in the living room and be like, that bread looks so perfect.
It's like thick and it's super soft in the middle, but super crunchy on the outside. It is.
Yes.
Oh, it's perfect.
I love when he loves a meal I make, especially like a Gordon Ramsay one where you had high expectations. I'm sure.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this for years.
Years. Oh god.
It was really good.
Well, man, I really wish Gordon Ramsay would cook for us one day. Like if I had one
If
wish,
I get rich,
like
I'm
the
gonna
Make a Wish
pay him for
Foundation,
yeah.
or
If I however much money he needs to make a private meal,
$7
for me,
million?
I'll
I
just
don't know,
save
sure.
that exact amount of money and then do it, and then I'll just
how
die.
amazing. And like I would be like, surprise me. I wouldn't request because like. There are times where he's cooking stuff and like, he'll be using an ingredient I don't like.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, that looks
totally.
like horseradish, like 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 these weird mushrooms, and I'm like, but it just always looks. I'm like, I would still fucking eat that, and I would probably love it.
The beef Wellington thing, like
yeah.
there's a beef Wellington video that he has, and half the stuff in it is stuff that I don't like. Like he makes a whole like mustard like layer. Or no.
Oh, it was he dried out the mushrooms.
It's
He
like
got
a dried
all the
out,
liquid out of
ground up mushroom paste.
And chestnuts.
And chestnuts. That is awful. That's disgusting to me. Like
sounds bad.
I mean, that's fine, but for me, that's gross. I don't want any of that. That tastes like dirt. But
It probably does.
You
But like
look at
by
it,
itself.
and I'm like, I want to eat that exact thing. That's like that's my other really bucket list one.
I'm gonna make that this
She's
Christmas.
gonna do it for Christmas.
I think
I'm
I want to
really
do it before
excited.
Christmas, and maybe I'll even post it as a video.
I would do it.
I would have to.
If you keep
I'm gonna
making
make that.
my Gordon Ramsay bucket list dinner,
You're gonna be in those videos.
100%. Because this,
so
I mean, this was amazing. It was pretty much what I thought it was gonna be, and it was really good. You know.
I was honestly thinking it would be a little bit better. Like there was nothing wrong with it.
I didn't expect this to be as mustardy, and I expected this to have more
flavor.
Power, but there's so much flavor on that thing.
Yeah,
it's a steak.
it's so good.
It's a delicious bread. You know, and
there's nothing wrong with that at all. Like
no, but it was so good. But it was. I expected that to be more powerful, but that was really good.
It's super mild.
Yeah,
it's just like a little sweet.
I wasn't expecting it to be like spicy or anything, but just like
I didn't put the chili peppers
in
it.
Oh yeah,
I didn't put those in. Yeah, my bad.
I don't even think that would have mattered, to be honest with you.
For me, it would have. I would have died.
Yeah, yeah. Miranda thinks everything's spicy. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I had a pizza sauce one time, and I was like, "This is spicy," and he's just like,
"Yeah."
Oh. No.
Jet's pizza sauce is kind of spicy.
Yeah,
what?
It's got seasoning in it.
Yeah,
so
it's oregano. It's too spicy.
Yeah. What was it? Your ex-wife one time was like, milk would be spicy to you or something. She said something like that to me. Because she was like, Puerto Rican or something?
Yeah.
And she loved the spicy food.
So do I, though.
Yeah, you do too. And so does Tamara.
So does her family. And they made the best spicy food.
I can't do it. Alright, guys. I am about to explode from fullness, but thank you for sharing this.
What are you passionate about?
Yeah, answer that question
down
below.
This sandwich is what I'm passionate about.
Yeah, right now this is your new obsession, Gordon Ramsay stuff.
If you're gonna cook it too, I will. I'll eat it all, and I'll tell you.
Way less good than he does, but I will cook it.
Don't care.
I'm getting really into cooking lately. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Mostly
about
steak. I had steak 3 times this week, so.
We'll say it's actually pretty good when you're watching your weight because it's so filling.
Yeah.
And it's
it's very filling.
You know, it's like more filling than like chicken or.
It's got iron in it. I mean, I don't know. Why do people think it's bad for you? I think
fat.
It's good.
There's fat.
Barely.
And,
there's fat in everything. Every meat.
Salt. So you know, it's not great for you. It's not as good for you as chicken is. Right. Yeah. Whatever.
Chicken breast, specifically.
Right.
I don't like chicken breast, and I'll never eat it. Fuck you.
Chicken thighs are way better.
Yeah.
I like chicken breast.
Alright guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And
ASMR channel?
Yeah, check out my ASMR channel. Patreon, which is all linked below. Patreon's only $3 a month, guys. And since I'm cutting back on this channel, if you want that 3rd video every week, it's gonna be on Patreon still, so I mean,
plus you do requests and stuff too.
Yep, there's a lot of perks. I mean, it's hard to say perks about you get to see me.
You know what so I know that people on videos and stuff are like, oh, and you also get that, right? I actually was sincerely asking if she does requests because I didn't know for sure. Oh. So I'm not playing the part to plug the Patreon.
I thought you were, and I'm like, oh god.
No, I'm not. I wouldn't do that.
No, so on Patreon, I'm pretty sure. So you get 1 video every week. You get priority for me to respond to your comments on my YouTube channel because sometimes I don't respond to those comments for 3 days. So I know my Patreon people, so I respond to them first. They can put out requests. I will do them either on Patreon or on here. Can't remember what else. It'll say if you go to my Patreon, it'll literally list what the benefits are for each level.
You're really using that money just to do the drawings and stuff too, isn't that what you're using it for?
Oh yeah. So yeah, I did that giveaway 2 weeks ago, and I took out the money from Patreon for the first time ever, and it was $83. Took that out, and then I took out the money from. What else was it? Probably it was probably a YouTube paycheck or something, but that really helped because I told you guys a couple times last week I was kind of broke. I wanted to do the giveaway anyway, and I already had bought the stuff, so I just took that money out to replace it basically. So thank you guys so much for watching my channel. That does give me a little bit of money, honestly, and Patreon people, thank you. Yeah, I just want to stop blabbing on at this point.
Thanks for watching. Eat a steak sandwich.
Yeah, make some steak. Make a steak sandwich. Oh,
send in your good Gordon Ramsay videos somewhere in a good
for me. Yeah. Let me know what your favorite Gordon Ramsay videos or just favorite cooking video in general.
Yeah.
And I'll look those up and maybe do one on my channel. What else was I gonna say?
I don't know.
I don't remember what I was gonna say. So I'll see you guys on. So I'm doing Wednesdays and Saturdays. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday, unless you join my Patreon or you check out my ASMR channel, those are Sundays and Tuesdays. So see you around. Yeah, I got a full week of stuff as usual. But have a great weekend, guys, and I will see you, like I said, on Wednesday. Peace.
Peace out.